What are you doing here? Begging is not allowed.
I'm not here to beg. I seek my son, Evan Woods, Mr. Woods.
You're Mr. Woods' mother?
Wait.
Ma'am, it's not that I won't let you in. Mr. Woods never said he had a mother from the countryside.
A country mother? Evan Woods, you've really outdone yourself.
Master Woods.
Agree to come to Evercrest.
And train the chefs. $2 million school district apartment downtown, a token of our gratitude.
The salary is 80.
But if I go to the city, who'll cook for everyone here?
Yvonne, you're an award-winning chef, yet you've been selling hot $5 lunchboxes for us. For 20 whole years. You should have gone to the city and made big money long ago. Yeah, Yvonne, your grandson starts elementary school next year. Homes in good school districts cost a lot.
It'd also solve a huge problem for your son.
I've got more than just Xiao for a son. I've got Chiheng too. So who should get the house? The doctor said my back needs surgery soon. I'm going to tell them both. That when I can't work anymore, I'll borrow 5,000 from them for surgery. Whoever lends it to me gets school district house.
Master Lin, have you agreed to join Tingyu?
Yes. Manager Sue, I'm heading into town now. Once I'm done here, I'll come find you at the hotel.
Okay, be careful on the road.
I told you to get rid of them. Can't you even handle something this simple? Mom, why did you suddenly come here instead of staying in the village?
It's nothing. I just wanted to come see you. I made these flatbreads just for you. You loved them when you were little.
Alright, Mom. You've seen me. And I've got the flatbreads. You should head back. I need to run my business.
Sharon. Mom came all this way. And you're trying to send me away?
No, Mom, what's going on?
Mom, Sharon, honestly. Let her in.
Mom, you got the floor this dirty. No customers will come in.
It's fine.
Take your shoes off, Mom. So you don't dirty the place.
Shuyao, we have guests. Why don't you let Mom sit in the back storeroom for now?
The storeroom?
Mom, I don't have a choice. Understand? How about you?
Okay. I'll go with you.
Mom, sit here for now. I'll get back to work. Mom, I bought this fish just for you. Try some.
Did you forget? Mom's allergic to fish. She can't eat it.
Mom. Well, just make do with this for now. Mom, eat up. When you're done, I'll get a car to take you home.
You won't let your mom stay for a couple of days?
Mom, the place is tiny. There's nowhere for you to stay. The sheets and duvet cover are changed. Several thousand. What if it gets dirty while you're sleeping?
Yeah, Mom. If there's nothing else. You've seen him. Finish eating and head home.
I came for something. At last checkup, doctor said my back is bad. I need surgery soon. I don't have the money, so I'd like to borrow 5,000 from you first. I'll pay you back as soon as I save enough.
5,000 is no small amount. Spinal surgery could leave her paralyzed. If Mom is bedridden at home, who's going to take care of her?
Mom, it's not that we don't want to help. The store looks busy, but staff, inventory, and utilities cost money. We barely make enough for the mortgage. We don't have any extra money to give.
If it doesn't work out, we don't know if we'll get the money back.
You'll buy a watch worth tens of thousands and a gold bracelet, but when it comes to a 5,000 yuan surgery, you won't spend a dime. What a wonderful son I raised. When you graduated from college and couldn't find a job, Mom emptied savings and gave you 500,000 to start a business. When have I ever asked to be paid back?
Mom, not fair. I'm your only biological son. Who else gets your money? I'll go to the pharmacy downstairs for pain patches. Use them for days and you might feel better. No need to waste money on surgery.
Mom, don't get mad. Why don't you just stay in the living room tonight? First thing tomorrow, I'll have someone take you back to the village.
It's only July. You told me to wait till New Year's. I can't afford to live in your living room. I never thought the son I spent most of my life raising would turn out to be so ungrateful. Even my own flesh and blood is like this. An adopted one would be even worse. Forget it. I gave all my money to Shawn. and left none for Ethan.
It's the last bus. You getting on?
Yeah. Wait, where's my wallet? Why isn't it here?
Ma'am, why not scan by phone? A bus is waiting.
Hey. Why is my phone dead? Good thing Shu Yu doesn't live far. Sir, my phone's dead. Could I borrow your phone to call my son?
Okay, just 1 minute.
Hey, just 1 minute.
Who'd be making prank calls this late at night?
Answer it. Answer the phone.
Driver, are we going? I want to get home.
Yeah, the rain's getting heavier.
I've got a busload waiting. I've got to get going. Why don't you wait a little longer?
They say having sons means security in old age, but the child I raised for most of my life
Won't even answer my calls.
Mom.
Mom.
Ethan.
Mom. Why are you soaked like this?
The raincoat was too small. I'm young. A little rain won't hurt me.
Here, dry off. Mom, wait here. I'll get you some clean clothes. There's ginger tea on the stove. Have some later to warm up.
Mom, Nina was thoughtful today. If she hadn't noticed she couldn't reach you and urged me to look for you, you'd catch a cold in heavy rain tonight.
Ethan, what exactly happened?
Nina called you, but no one answered. So we asked our relatives back home. We heard you came to town today, but weren't home. We were worried something had happened, so we decided to look for you.
Linda. You've lived more than half your life. And you still can't tell who truly cares about you.
Mom, these clothes are all new. Put them on. Go take a hot shower before you catch a cold. Mom, Ethan, hurry up and drink the ginger tea.
Mom, what's wrong? If something bothers you, tell us.
We're family. Don't keep it bottled up. Just say it.
Here's the thing. You know Mom's had this bad back for years. The doctor said I need surgery as soon as possible. I came into town this time to borrow $5,000 for the surgery. But your brother refused to lend me a dime.
Mom. To be honest, Mom, I haven't made much money these past few months. Nian got laid off too. We're struggling as well. But don't worry, Mom, this money. We'll find a way for you. You don't have to pay us back.
What did you say?
Mom, we can earn more. Your health can't wait. When little, my birth parents left me by the roadside. If you hadn't saved me, I'd have frozen to death. I can't repay your kindness. What's a few $1,000s?
That's right, Mom. Ever since I married into the Woods family, you've treated me like your daughter. Just focus on getting treated. Ethan and I will figure out the money.
Mom, there's $3,000 in here. There's another $800 in cash in the drawer.
I've saved 1,000. We're short 200, but this change should be enough. Mom, Kai Hang still has to work. I'll go to the hospital with you tomorrow these next few days. It'll be easier for me to take.
No, you two are struggling too. I can't take this money.
Mom, what could be more important than your health? You're my only mother. If you were sick and I didn't treat you, what kind of person would I be?
Yeah, Mom. Just say yes. Mom, the bed's small. Have to make do tonight. I put the quilt cover on. The sheets are new too.
This is the only bedroom you have? I sleep here. Where will you sleep?
The living room's spacious. We can lay out some bedding and sleep there, Mom.
Mom, have a seat. Mom, try the water. It's not too hot.
This. It's not hot. It's just right.
As long as it's not too hot. You just got caught in the rain. Wash your feet and you'll sleep better. Mom, get some rest. I'm heading out.
Okay. I never thought my own child would avoid me. But the one I took in would give me his heart. Hello, Mr. Shaw? Please transfer that school zone apartment to my adopted son, Ethan Hayes. And send half of my monthly salary to his account.
What, Master Hayes, you mean?
You've decided to give him $2 million school zone apartment. Transferred to your adopted son, Ethan Woods.
That's right.
All right, Master Woods. This house belongs to
You. As for what you do with it,
I respect your wishes. It's just,
Mr. Hart, if you have something to say, just say it.
all right, I'll be direct. Master Woods. Transferring this house is easy. But once it's transferred, there's no getting it back.
Ethan Lynn is your adopted son.
You're not related by blood. Are you sure you've thought this through?
Ethan has suffered with me since he was little. I've never really helped him. But he was still willing to spend everything on my surgery. He even gave me his bed to sleep in. But Julian Lynn. I gave him a full $500,000 to open his shop. But he won't even pay $5,000 for the surgery. All he wants is to drive me out, if I don't give this house to Ethan. Am I supposed to give it to my ungrateful son?
Master Lin, I understand. As for the house, I'll take care of it for you tomorrow. The monthly salary will be handled as said. Half will be transferred to Ethan Lin's account.
Alright, don't worry. Once I'm settled, I'll report to you. It won't interfere with work.
Nina. Tell me what's up. Look, the room's dark. Mom's probably asleep. Keep it down. She won't hear.
Hank. I just did the math. After Mom's surgery, we'll only have a few $dozen left. Not even enough to pay the electric bill. Mom needs treatment. But after that, what are we supposed to do?
When it comes down to it, because I can't make enough money. I never gave Mom a good life. Now she's sick and needs money. I'm dragging you into this hardship.
Don't say that. We're husband and wife. We'll face it together. I'm not blaming you. I just want us to put our heads together and find a way to get through this.
You're right. Coming up with $5,000 all at once. We're really broke. The other day, I had dinner with friends from the construction. They said the site's short-handed lately. Odd jobs, hauling, setting up scaffolds, counting supplies, pays daily, at least $180. I can work a couple hours after. It won't affect my job.
Can you handle it? You do physical labor by day, then work at night. How's your body gonna take it?
Young and strong, what am I afraid of? That old electric bike at home still runs. If I can't find work at the site, I'll deliver some food orders. That should be enough.
Tomorrow, ask around at the supermarket. Hiring stock clerks or cashiers? Even if the pay is low, that's fine. I'll ask housekeeping service next to the complex. Maybe I can take hourly cleaning or cooking jobs. It won't get in the way of caring for Mom.
Nina.
Don't worry. We're in life together. I can't let you struggle alone.
Mom, come sit down. Nina got up and simmered this millet porridge in a clay pot. Your stomach isn't well. Have some. It'll help. Won't taste good cold.
My own son can't even remember I'm allergic to fish. But my adopted son always keeps my stomach problem in mind. And my daughter-in-law even got up early to make this for me herself.
Mom, I steamed this especially for you. You'll need surgery soon. Eat eggs to build strength. You'll recover faster.
All right, all right.
Mom, I asked coworkers. Dr. Carter at Municipal Hospital Orthopedics is seeing patients this morning. He specializes. After dinner, I'll ride you over to take a look.
Ethan, Nina. Mom can't take this money. You're already struggling. If you give up all your savings, how will you get by? As for the surgery, Mom will figure something out.
Mom, how can you say that? You raised Ethan. Now that you're sick, it's right we pay. We can earn more money, but if you put off treating your back, what if it causes lasting damage?
Don't worry about the money. Focus on getting better. I've talked to the guys at the site. I'll take odd jobs after work and deliver food at night. I can make more every month. Nina can pick up part-time work. We just need to tighten our belts, then we'll be back on our feet.
Yeah, Mom. If you really care about us, get well soon. That's what matters most.
I know how you both feel. Mom will always remember it. Actually, there's something else Mom wants to talk to you two about. It'd be too sudden to tell them now. Their lives are just starting to settle down. It won't be too late to tell them later. Someone asked the doctor about my surgery. He said it's not urgent. Can try conservative treatment first. You two should keep 5,000. Expenses are everywhere at home. Once we save more, I can have the surgery then.
Mom, don't worry about the money. We're young. We can earn more. If you let this money ruin your health, Nina and I will regret it forever.
That's right, Mom. Listen to Ethan.
Don't worry, there's something else I need to tell you. Manager Shaw from the Grand Court Hotel came to see me several times recently. He wants me at the hotel. I said yes. I'll start next month.
Grandview. Grandview Hotel, the fanciest hotel in the whole city.
Manager Grant asked my mom to.
How could you? Your back's worn out from years of hard work. How can one handle going back to hotel work? What if you work yourself sick?
If we need money, we earn it. Silly child. Would Mom joke around with her own health? I talked it over with Manager Grant. I'll only train the staff, not do any cooking. It's not much work. It'll be easy.
What? But Regal Court's chefs, aren't they the best in the city? Isn't Regal Court the finest hotel in town? Aren't their chefs the best? Why ask Mom to train them?
More than 20 years ago, Mom won international gold medal for chefs. It's just that there were too many elderly people left in the village. Mom was worried they wouldn't get a hot meal. So she stayed in the village, selling meals from a stall. Each meal was only $5, and she barely made any profit. But Mom raised my brother and me on those meals. And she made sure the elderly in the village never went hungry.
Mom, this is the first time I've heard Ethan talk about any of this. I never thought you'd hide your cooking skills for so many years, all for the villagers.
That's all in the past. Those old folks worked hard their whole lives. If they couldn't even get a hot meal when they're old, I just couldn't bear to watch.
Mom, I won't stop you if you want to go. But Nia and I ask you to take care of yourself. If you ever don't want to work anymore, we'll take care of you.
All right, I promise you both. This afternoon, I'll go talk to Manager Shaw.
Master Woods, you're here. When I got your message saying you'd come to Grand Court, I was so excited I barely slept.
You're too kind, Manager Shaw. I had some free time today, so I thought I'd come by first and get a feel for things.
To be honest, an internationally award-winning chef like you is someone people couldn't hire even at a high price. It's Grand Court's honor to have you here.
I'm getting old. The apprentices I trained in the village are pretty skilled now. They can take over my lunch stall. Once I make some money, I want to help them out too. Good people shouldn't be left disappointed.
Don't worry. Now that you've agreed to join Steerage, just come to me whenever you run into any trouble. As long as it's something I'll help you solve it.
I've been in the village for years. Though I won awards then, no one remembers me. If you hadn't given me this chance, I probably would have never had another shot at making something of myself. I should be the one thanking you.
Oh, don't say that. You won the gold prize and became famous in River City. If you hadn't retired, you'd be a top chef by now. Once that trophy came out, who wouldn't recognize you? But it's the slow season now. The hotel has few guests, and the kitchen isn't busy. I told the chefs you'd be coming today. They're waiting in the kitchen. Shall I take you over?
All right, I'll follow your lead.
And you are? Who's that? Never seen her before.
Is this old lady the gold medal chef manager Sue mentioned, who won the international gold prize? Looking closer, she seems less like—
Don't. I heard Manager Hayes personally invited her several times. She won the International Gold Chef Award over 20 years ago, the only one. That's how prestigious she is.
Quiet. Everyone, this is Linda Lin, Chef Lin, the one I mentioned before. She'll be Skyward's technical consultant. Chef Lin will give everyone group training once a week. Manager Hayes, which hotel did Chef Lin work at before?
Nothing fancy. She ran a boxed lunch stand in Village for 20 years.
Manager Shaw, we don't look down on her, but our Courtyard Grand is River City's biggest hotel. Every one of our chefs is a top professional. And you're asking a lady who sells boxed lunches to train us? Isn't that too—
Yeah, Manager Shaw. Just because of a
trophy from over 20 years ago, she gets such an important position.
How are we supposed to accept that? You people.
Manager Shaw, this is my first day here, and you're already giving me such an important position. It's only natural that they're not convinced. In that case, today, I'll face everyone, one by one. Everyone here can be the judges. If you all think I'm qualified to be Tyler's advisor, I'll stay. If not, I'll leave right away.
Chef Lin, you really don't need to argue with them. I'll have a word with them.
Manager Sue, don't worry, cooking is all about skill. If I just leave like this today, even if I stay, they won't truly respect me. I'd rather compete with them today. If you're willing to compete with me, you can decide what we cook.
Chef Lin, we're not trying to pick on you. It's true you won a gold medal. But that was over 20 years ago. No one knows how much skill you have left. Naturally, people aren't convinced.
You're right. Chefs speak through their skills. That's why I want to compete with you. It's not about winning or losing. Just to put your minds at ease. So, are you in?
Too scared to compete?
Manager Shaw, I'm worried. Chef Lin is getting on in years. If she loses, it won't look good. The person you brought in personally might lose to us. That wouldn't look good for you either.
Don't worry about me. Since Master Lin is willing to compete with you, then let's do it. But you have to promise me, if Master Lin wins, from today on, every one of you here must do exactly as she says. Whatever she teaches, you will learn. No more complaints.
All right, I promise. Fine. As long as Chef Forrest can beat us, I'll admit it. What are we competing in? Let's start with the basics, knife skills, Chef Forrest. What do you think?
All right, I agree.
Fine. I've trained knife skills in the kitchen for 7 years. I've never bowed to anyone. The rules are simple. Within 10 minutes,
Each chef will carve a piece from the white radish in front of them. When time is up, everyone here will vote. Whoever finishes faster and makes the finer carving wins. Start the clock.
no wonder you're the best with a knife. With those skills, you have to slow down.
I've got at least 3 more years of practice ahead of me. Time's up. Stop. Let's look over here first. Wow, that's incredible. Look at those petals, each one so thin you can see through it.
Manager Sue, what do you think of my rose? Not bad, right?
Good, your fundamentals are solid. Every cut lands exactly where it should. Not a single cut is wasted. But it's too perfect.
Too perfect, Chef Woods. What mean, Chef Woods? Isn't carving supposed to be precise?
Good knife skills don't always make good art. Look at this rose. Every petal is perfect. It's exactly like every rose any chef can carve. It's missing something that's yours.
Something that's mine? Chef Woods, that sounds way too vague. Carving is all about skill. Whoever carves it neater is better. Since Chef Lin says so, want to see your work too? Please. Yeah, let's see Chef Lin's. This is clearly a whole radish. It hasn't even been cut once. But during timed round, she was cutting with a knife. Why is nothing on the radish?
The 10 minutes are up, but there's nothing on Chef Lynn's cutting board. Don't tell me the radish itself is the artwork.
Chef Lynn,
What on earth is going on?
I clearly saw you cutting just now. Why isn't there a single mark on the radish?
Manager Sue, chefs, please don't worry. I haven't shown you my work yet.
You haven't? But there isn't even a crack in the radish. How are you planning to show it? Whoa! That's a radish? Carved from a radish. The petals are paper thin.
There isn't a seam. You couldn't carve this without decades of skill.
The radish skin isn't broken.
The lotus flower, every petal,
It's still connected to the base of...
How did you do that? Chef Lynn, I admit defeat. Take me as your apprentice.
You've got a solid foundation. Your fundamentals are the best in this kitchen. Everyone can see that.
But compared to you, I'm behind.
What you lack isn't skill. Your knife work is good enough. Any chef who makes it into the Yenyu kitchen has solid fundamentals. What you lack isn't technique. It's something of your own.
Something of my own?
Your skills are already there. But if you want to become a truly great chef, you need to add something that only you can bring.
I understand, Chef Lynn. I won't focus only on techniques. I'll think more and cook with more heart. The knife skills contest is over?
Do any of you have anything else to say? Manager Sue, I have something to say. Chef Wood's knife skills are flawless. That lotus flower? I'd need more than 100 minutes. I still couldn't carve it.
Then why are you?
In this line of work as a chef, food is made to be eaten, not looked at. Fancy knife work or plating won't matter if it doesn't taste good. Customers won't pay.
What are you trying to say? Just say it.
I'd like to compete. Let's each make a dish. But
You're right.
Chef Woods,
you don't need to compete with them anymore.
they all saw that lotus flower you made. Isn't that enough? Your back's bad. I'm worried your body can't take it.
Manager Grant is right. Knife skills are basic for a chef, but flavor matters. That's bothering them. I should put their doubts to rest. Planning to join Everbright. One more dish won't hurt, since you brought it up. Let's have another round. Pick a dish, and we'll make it together. Everyone here can judge, but if I win again, you'd better keep your word.
Chef Woods agrees. What should we make? You decide.
All right. Since I'm choosing, let's make the simplest thing, egg fried rice.
Egg fried rice has few ingredients, and everyone makes it the same. Not much room to show off. Why not pick something else? Do you think the more complicated a dish is, the more skill it shows? Tianyu's menu has over 100 dishes. Which one is ordered most? I think it's egg fried rice.
You don't judge a hotel's kitchen by making abalone, sea cucumber, shark fin, and fish maw.
You judge it by the simplest home-style dishes they make.
Manager Sue is right. Every family makes egg fried rice. It looks simple, but few people can make it well. The simpler, the more it shows your real skill. So, are you willing?
All right, we'll do it your way.
Smells amazing. Look, the egg pieces are all evenly sized. Delicious. The seasoning's right, the rice is springy, and it's full of egg flavor. I know you made this fried rice.
Don't just praise me. Try Chef Lynn's. The contest isn't over yet.
The color is nice. Each grain is egg coated, and it looks great. But from the looks, these two don't seem that different.
True. No matter how you make egg fried rice, it's still just eggs and rice.
Could this really end in a tie?
Try it first.
Hey, quit eating and tell us already. How is it?
Try it yourself. I can't put my finger on it.
What exactly is wrong? Let me try some too. I used the exact same oil and seasonings as you. Why does it taste so different? Chef Woods, you're the best. Can you tell me how you made this?
When you beat the eggs, did you mix the whites and yolks together before putting them in the pan? That's the problem. Once mixed, pour them into hot oil. The egg sets on contact before oil and water emulsify. That's why fried rice smells great, but rice and egg are separate.
So that's it. Chef Woods, I'm convinced. Whatever you say goes. No arguments. How about that? Does anyone have anything to say?
Enough, Manager Sue. We failed to recognize your greatness.
We'll do whatever Chef Lin says.
Then it's settled. For all future training, whatever Chef Lin teaches, you learn. No more complaining. Chef Lin, thank you. From now on, boys and girls in Tingyu's kitchen. We'll need you to look after them. Manager Sue, someone outside asked.
Chef Lin.
She's waiting in the lobby.
What?
Mom, you really are here.
How did you find me here?
Mom, don't be mad. We were just worried about you.
Worried? Didn't you tell me to get back right away? Why are you worried now?
Mom, here's what happened. Who called me?
Hello?
Why are you calling me?
You're that old lady's.
Son, right?
Her phone died last night, so she used mine to call you.
You never picked up.
I had to rush off to drop off a passenger, so I left.
Who is it?
He says Mom used his phone to call me, but I missed it. I need to ask Mom what happened.
Why don't you call Aunt Wine and see if Mom went back?
Okay.
Hello, Sherry. What's up?
Aunt Wong, did my mom go back to the village?
Didn't she go into the city yesterday? She said she was starting work at Courtyard Grand Hotel.
What? The Courtyard Grand Hotel? My mom got a job at the Courtyard?
Manager Hayes from the Courtyard came to ask her personally several times. And you don't even know where she went.
Mom, that's what happened.
So Aunt Wong told you everything?
Yes, Mom. He got a call last night and worried. He started looking for you this morning. Why didn't you tell us you were coming to work at Yenyu? We could have helped you get ready.
Get ready for what? To send me off to sit in the warehouse?
Mom, we were wrong about what happened that day. But coming to Tingyu is a big deal. You should have told us. If Aunt Wong hadn't told me, I thought you'd gone back to the village.
Really? Then let me ask you something. Did you come to Tingyu today because you truly feel guilty toward me? Or because you're after the pay Yanning gave me?
Mom, how can you say that? We're your son and daughter-in-law. We came because we were worried. How did that become coveting?
Your money? Yeah, Mom. Xiao barely slept last night. First thing this morning, he dragged me everywhere looking for you. He really was worried about you.
Worried about me? When I said I needed surgery at your place, I asked to borrow 5,000. What did you say? The shop's money was enough for the mortgage and I should use a few pain relief patches. Didn't you say that?
Mom,
I'm old, but not stupid. Your shop is doing so well. There's no way you couldn't come up with 5,000. The 500,000 used to open that shop was originally my money.
But Mom, we were wrong that day. But you can't think we came for your money because of that.
Really? Then let me ask you. Are you here today because you care about me, or because Aunt Wong told you? That Tinning pays me 80,000 a month. And gave me an apartment in a good school district.
What? A school district apartment? We thought Mom would get benefits after joining Yenyu. The general manager gave her a school district apartment. My mom's always soft-hearted. Once I win her over, won't that apartment be mine?
What? Aunt Wong didn't tell you?
Mom, isn't this perfect? Your grandson starts elementary school next year. We've been worried. The school district issue, we looked everywhere, but nothing works. If we had the school district house, all our family's problem would be solved, wouldn't they?
Yeah, Mom. Transfer the house to Xiao, and your grandson can attend the best elementary school next year. Then you can live with us. We'll take care of you and never let you suffer. Even injustice. Isn't that the best?
Yeah, Mom. What happened before was my fault. I'm sorry, for the sake of your own son. Can't you let it go?
When did I ever say that? That this house would definitely go to you?
What?
This home was given to me by Evan. What I do with it is business. I never once said I'd transfer it to you, did I?
Mom, I'm your only son. If you won't give me this house, who will you give it to? Leon? He's not your real son.
That's right. Leon and I aren't related by blood, but I raised him with my own hands. But you may be my biological son, but have you ever treated me like your mother?
Mom, don't be mad. Sophia doesn't know how to talk. For grandson's sake, this house.
For your grandson's sake, the house. For your grandson's sake. Susan, when I was in the hospital last month, did you bring the child to see me? My back hurt, I couldn't get out of bed. Did you even call me once? Now that there's a house, you suddenly remember I'm the child's grandma. To tell you the truth, I've already taken care of the school district house.
Taken care of it? Mom, what do you mean?
I've already transferred the house to Ethan. His child is starting elementary school soon. It'll still come in handy later. It won't waste a prime spot downtown.
What? Transfer it to Ethan Woods? Are you out of your mind? That house is worth at least $2 million. What does Ethan Woods have to do with you? You picked him up off the street. I'm your biological son.
Yes, Ethan is the one I picked up, and you're my biological son. I really gave birth to such a fine son. Yes, you're my biological son. But when I was in the hospital last month, were you there by my bedside? When I went looking for you in the rain, did you take me home? When I asked to borrow $5,000 for surgery, did you pay for it? Shawn Woods. So you still know I'm your own mother. I'm telling you, you never took care of any of this. But Evan gave us every last cent, thousands of dollars he and his wife had saved. He gave me his bed. He squatted down and washed my feet. What did you do? You made me sit in that warehouse, ignored me, and kept me waiting all day.
Mom. About that day. I admit I was wrong. But this house is yours. How can you give it to him? Is he related to the Woods family? If you give him the house, we'll care for you in old age. We'll see you through to the end.
I don't need you worrying about me. Ethan said he'd care for me when I'm old. He didn't just say it, he did it. And you? You wouldn't even lend me $5,000. How am I supposed to believe you take care of me?
Mom, Shawn really didn't have the money that day. You know how the shop is, staff, supplies, utilities. What doesn't cost money? Besides, if we give the house to Ethan and he turns his back on us someday.
Turns on us? You too, search your consciences.
Who turned their back on family?
When I gave you $500,000, you said once the shop was up and running, you'd bring me to the city to enjoy life. The shop's been open for 3 years. What luck. I can't even get through your front door.
Mom, you can't do this to me. I'm your only son. You gave the house to an outsider. How do you expect me to feel?
Fine. I see it clearly now. You two didn't come here today to see this old woman. You came to accuse me and demand my house. You two, get out.
No, Mom.
We really didn't mean that.
You too. Chef Forrest got to the kitchen today. He's done 2 cooking demos and he's exhausted. If you have something to say, wait until Chef Forrest rests. Then sit down and talk.
Who are you?
My name is Shaw. I'm the general manager of Jade Court. Nice to meet you.
It's fine, Mr. Shaw. Since they're here, there are some things we should discuss today and clear up face to face. Shawn, you're my only biological son, but I need to give it willingly. What you've done has really broken my heart.
Mom. I really didn't think that far.
Hear me out. It's true I found Kaiheng by the roadside. But when he heard I needed back surgery, he withdrew all $3,000 from his savings account. And what about you? You wouldn't even let me stay in the guest room for one night.
Mom, we know we were wrong. These things. We really did them wrong. I'm not as good as my brother.
Only after all this did Mom understand. Ethan is the one Mom owes the most. This apartment. No matter what, Mom has to give it to Ethan.
That day you came to my store, I made you sit on that broken stool all afternoon. You asked to borrow money for surgery. I told you to put on a pain patch. You called in the rain. I was asleep, didn't hear it, and didn't answer. I know I was wrong. Chiheng emptied savings for your surgery, gave his bed, and is allergic to fish. And I even forgot that you're allergic to fish. I'm a terrible person.
Mom, this is partly my fault too. We've done so much worse than Chiheng. We've let you down.
Shuyao, I'm partly to blame for who you've become. You're my only biological son. I spoiled you since childhood. In the end, I spoiled you selfish.
Mom.
Shawn, hearing you say that makes Mom feel a little better. But words are just words. After the way you treated me, a few apologies won't make it all go away. If you want to change,
Prove it with actions. Mom, don't worry. I was a jerk. Give me a chance. I swear I'll make it up to you with actions.
okay. Alright, Mom believes you. Don't let Mom down.
Okay. Mom, don't worry. I won't let you down again.
Look at this school district. We can't even scrape together a down payment.
Stop looking. No use. The more we look, the worse we feel. With what we make now, after food, bills, and medicine, how much can we save monthly?
Even if we can't, we have to. When it's time to enroll, if we don't have a home in the school district, who knows what backwater school they'll send us to? We'll regret it too late.
I've made up my mind. I'll keep my day shift at the factory. At night, I'll do odd jobs at construction sites, then make delivery runs. Nina, hang on longer. Let me earn the down payment first.
How long will that take if you do it by? I've thought it through. I asked at the supermarket. They need a stock clerk from 6 to 10. I can make an extra 1,000, and on weekends, I can pick up housekeeping jobs. Save together, we'll get there.
Nina, you're frail. You work all day, then stock shelves at night. How can you keep up?
You work all day and deliver food at night. How can you keep? Ethan, we agreed on this. We're in this together. Neither of us should carry it alone.
Mom, Eaton, saved some in the pot.
Ethan, Nina. Hold on, you two. Mom has something to tell you.
What is it, Mom? Go ahead.
Is your back hurting again?
No, it's not my back. It's about the house.
The house? What house?
To be honest with you. When Mom joined Tristan's company, he gave Mom a school-zone apartment.
Mom has already transferred it into her name.
That's right. Mom asked Manager Hayes to transfer the house into your name.
WH what?
That's right. Mom transferred the house to you. Your child will be starting elementary school soon. You'll need it.
Mom, I can't accept this. You earned this house through your own hard work. Nina and I can't take it.
Yeah, Mom. This is a deal. You should have told us first. You gave us the house. And you?
I live with you. I've got food, drinks, and a bed. What do I need a house for? No buts. Chiheng, listen to me. I've done 2 things in my life. One was picking you up from the roadside and raising you. The other was emptying my savings to open a shop for your brother. That second thing was my biggest regret. I'm not blind. I know exactly who's sincere to me.
Mom, it's what I should do. You raised me after finding me on the street. It's nothing.
Chiheng, you're good to me because you see me as your mother. I'm giving you the house because you deserve it.
Mom, it's too valuable. We can't accept it.
Nina, since you married into the family, you haven't had an easy day. You smashed your piggy bank to help pay for my surgery. That's when I decided this house had to go to you. Stop turning it down. It only makes me feel worse.
Mom, does my brother know?
He does. He came to see me at Ethan's this afternoon and wanted me to transfer the house to him. I told him I'd already given the house to you.
Then my brother must be upset.
Whether he's upset or not is his problem. I earned this house. I get to decide. He has no right to object.
Mom, thank you. From now on, Nina and I will live well and take good care of you.
It's my birthday today. Ethan said he's got a surprise for me tonight. Who knows what that kid is up to? I'd better hurry home and see.
Mom, my brother came over this morning. He made this whole table of food himself.
Mom. Come on, try some.
Why put yourself through this?
Mom, I didn't come for anything else today. I wanted to celebrate your birthday with you. Mom, I know I've been a mess. The more I think about what I did, the more I feel like I'm not human. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I just want us to have a meal together. Is that okay?
Food's getting cold. Sit down and eat.
Mom, does that mean you agree?
I never said I forgive you. I'm just testing your sincerity. We can eat first.
Mom, I only came today hoping to make you feel a little better.
Yeah, Mom. I've been thinking a lot about what you said at Ethan's that day. The more I thought, the more I realized we've let you down.
You've been part of the Woods family for years. I know you're not bad. You're selfish sometimes.
I never thought about any of this before. I never realized how hurt you felt. Mom, I really know I was wrong.
Mom, my brother and sister-in-law came early this morning with groceries. They've been busy for hours. I think they really want to change.
Claire, Luna, I'm happy you came today.
Mom, don't worry. I'll make it up to you with my actions from now on.
All right, go eat.
Mom.
Who is Lynn Yulan's family? I'm her son. I'm a doctor. How's my mom?
The patient has an acute lumbar strain from overwork. She can't put off her lumbar surgery any longer. If it's delayed any further, it could compress the nerves and lead to paralysis. How much will the surgery cost? Around $50,000. Talk it over with the family and decide as soon as possible.
Bro, stay here. I'll ask the other workers for a loan. I'll borrow whatever I can.
No need. Use my card.
Bro, this.
The password is Mom's birthday. It's the store's payment for the goods. 50,000, exactly.
What? Bro,
This is the store's payment for the goods. No, try borrowing first, without this shipment.
How will you keep your store open?
Ethan, do you know how I feel every time I think about Mom asking me for money these past few days? I used to be a screw-up. I always dumped everything on you. This time, let me do something for Mom, okay?
Shawn, Mom. What happened?
Mom, you're awake. How do you feel? I'll get the doctor.
Mom, you're finally awake.
I'm fine. Just a little tired. Mom, you're back.
Mom, while you were unconscious, the doctor said we can't put off your back treatment any longer,
Scheduled the surgery right away. My brother took the shop's money.
and used it to cover surgery.
$50,000. Not a cent short. Not a cent.
Mom, don't worry about the money. Give me a chance to make it up to you. This is nothing. Your health matters more than anything.
What will happen to your shop without the money for the goods?
I borrowed money from a friend to get by. No big deal. I figured it out ago. Even without that money, I'd lose a few days of business. But if Mom is gone, then everything is gone.
Shane.
Mom, the night you passed out, my brother sat in the hallway from the moment you went into surgery.
he didn't sleep all night. And these past 2 nights,
He's been the one staying with you.
wiping your face.
I tucked you in.
Why bring that up?
I was such an idiot before.
Now I want to do something for Mom. It's only right.
Thinking about what Mom went through.
The more I think,
The less human I feel.
every time I think back on,
I want to slap myself twice.
So I have to take care of you. Not so you'll forgive me, but so I can live with myself.
Otherwise,
I won't be able to face myself for the rest of my life.
Cheryl's mom isn't getting any younger. I've transferred Tyler's house to Kevin. I won't have anything valuable to give you later.
Mom, what are you talking about?
I don't want your things. I'm taking care of you for one reason, I'm your son. I know I was a jerk before, but I understand now. Mom matters more than anything else. Mom.
Shawn. If you truly feel that way, then I can say, I didn't raise you for nothing.
Mom, the night you went into surgery, my brother sat beside me and suddenly talked about the past.
Speaking, he started crying.
I could tell.
He truly regrets it.
Sharon. What Ethan said is true.
Mom, I'm not just taking his side. What he did before was wrong. You're right not to forgive him. But this time, he took all the store's cash to cover your surgery.
These past few nights.
He's taking care of you. I told him go home and sleep, but he refused.
Mom.
I saw it with my own eyes.
He's changed.
Why put yourself through this? Mom does resent you, that's true.
But you're still my flesh and...
I don't want you hurting yourself either.
Mom, I did awful things before. What I'm doing now
isn't even 1%
of enough to make it up to you.
Give me a chance.
Let me be good to you again. I'll take it. I don't want to hurt you anymore.
Shawn, lift your head.
Let Mom look at you.
Mom.
What happened before?
Mom doesn't blame you anymore.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
Shu Yao, listen carefully. Just because I forgive you today doesn't mean the past is wiped clean.
I can forgive you.
Because I've seen you've been sincere. Mom, I know.
What I did. I remember even if you don't say it.
Good. As long as you remember. I don't expect you to be devoted to me, but at least remember this. You still have a mother. There's a long road ahead.
Don't worry. Watch what I do.
Promise I won't let you
down again.
I'll be watching what you do from now on. You're my flesh and blood. This is your last chance. If you let me down again,
then for the rest of...
I'll only acknowledge Ethan as my son.
Mom. I swear, from now on, I won't let you suffer even a little.
Mom, I can see he truly regrets it. Please forgive him this once.
From now on,
I'll help you keep an eye on him.
All right, then your mom has a long life ahead of her. Don't just make empty promises. Ethan will help Mom watch you.
Mom, don't worry.
I promise I'll keep my word.
Mom, I made you some soup.
Mom, about what happened before.
I was wrong.
Mom, I really regret it. I'm asking you to give Shu Yao a chance. And give me one too.
From now on, I'll be a good son to you.
Ayue. You've been part of the Lin family for years. I know you're a good girl. I only blame myself for spoiling Shu Yao and letting him spoil you too.
Mom.
I won't hold the past against you anymore, but you're just like Shu Yao. Saying sorry is easy. What matters is what you do from now on. If you still see me as your mother, don't be like you used to be. You need to truly keep our families. Love in your hearts.
Don't worry. From now on, we'll do as you say. I'll never let you suffer again.
All right, don't just stand there. This soup smells amazing. Bring it over. Let Mom have a taste.
Thanks, Mom.
Doctor, how is my mom recovering?
Rest assured, your recovery is better than expected. Get plenty of rest after discharge. Don't do heavy work for 3 months. Come back for a follow-up in a month.
That's great. Thank you, doctor. Is there anything she needs to watch in her diet?
Stick to light meals and get protein and calcium. Don't overwork during recovery.
Thank you, doctor. I'll remember. We'll be careful.
Come back for a follow-up in 1 month.
That's a relief. Mom finally doesn't have to stay in bed all day any longer, and these old bones would rust.
Mom, I knew you were being discharged today, so I went to the market early and bought the freshest vegetables. Ethan, Luna, and your sister-in-law are all home cooking. They're making a big feast to welcome you back. The car is waiting downstairs. Let's go home.
Okay. Mom can't wait to try your cooking.
Let's go home.
Mom, from now on, our whole family will sit together on your birthday. I wasn't a good son before. I owe you so much. I'll make it all up to you.
Mom, I've done a lot of wrong things before.
From now on,
I'll treat you like my own mother and be a good son to you. Mom, New Year's used to be so quiet with Ethan and me. Today, my brother and sister-in-law are here too. Our home has never
this lively before.
From now on, a happy family. We'll never be apart again.
Mom, I'll toast you with tea. Here's to your health and happiness. And here's to our family. Always being together.
Bro, Mom, why are you standing? Come sit down.
Oh, silly me. Mom, let's go sit down.
The past is behind us. From now on, we'll live well as a family. Shawn. You owe Ethan. You should support him more. As long as our family stays united and works together, there's no obstacle we can't overcome.
Mom, we'll remember that.